Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making some good old-fashioned collard greens with bacon. To make this recipe, keep watching. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more great cooking videos. Let's jump to it. I have 3 ways that I'm going to show you how to cut these collard greens. I like my collard greens with stem in them, but not too much stem. So this is the green that I go for when I'm preparing my collard greens. Some people, they don't like no stem at all, so they remove the entire stem. So I'm going to show you how to prepare that as well. And then you have some people that like very little stem in their collard greens, like little to none, and that's that one. So let's get started, guys. Like I said, this is the way I prepare mine. I like to have some stem. I like that bite and has all the good stuff in it. And now for the people that don't like any stem, this is the way you prepare this. You want to take that green and go ahead and fold those 2 leaves in half, like such. And now we're going to remove that entire stem by breaking the greens away from the stem, and just like this. It's very simple. You want to make sure you get as much of that green off as you possibly can. Just go ahead and pull it away, pull it off. You want to pull off that entire stem to the very top, just like this. So this is what you're going to have once you get that stem off. And that's for those who don't like any stem at all. They only want greens. This is what you do for that. And now we're going to talk to those people that like very little stem. They like some stem, but very little. So we're going to do that same thing. We'll go ahead and fold those 2 leaves in half, just like this. I'm just kind of pressing on the top of this stem just so I can get the leaves to break apart a little more easier. And go ahead and just peel that off. Again, we're going to try to get as much of that green off as we possibly can, but instead of us going all the way to the top, we're going to stop somewhat a little more than midway, just like this. See, you still got a little bit of stem there. We're gonna just pop that just like that, and this is what you have here. You got a little bit of stem, just a little, and that's for those who like just a little stem. Now let's go ahead and cut these greens up. And of course, I'm sorry, we got that bag collard greens for those who don't want to do any of that. And that's me at times as well. I actually prefer the bag because they're easier to clean also. So now this is the one without the stem. We're going to go ahead just like this. Let's go and fold that in half. And we're going to give it a quick roll. We start from the bottom. You can fold this the long way, or you can actually fold it the opposite way. It's totally up to you. And just go ahead and roll it. Roll. Try to get a tight roll. That's what I'm looking to get. Keep rolling. Keep rolling, and I pretty much go ahead and take that end part and just wrap it in. Now it's time to cut your greens. Me, I use kitchen shears. I love kitchen shears. It's one of my favorite tools to use in the kitchen, or you can use your old trusty knife. And you want to just go ahead and just cut just like that. It's just that simple. Give it a cut. Give it a cut. All the way to the end, and you're done. Now, if this way is too long for you, you can go ahead and give it another cut. It's up to you. You can break in half, you can leave them long. It just depends on how you like your greens. You see, for me, this is a good size. I like mine this size. I'm going to also show you another way to cut them for those who like their greens smaller, because some people do like a smaller green. It's all about preference again. Let me show you that way. You want to take that same roll green just like that and just give it a shorter cut, just like this. Just like that. It's just that simple. All depends on preference, but I got everybody covered. Everybody's covered here today. Okay? And so here it is, guys. It's just a smaller green. It's up to you. Now that we have prepared our greens, we want to wash these greens. Add your greens to a large bowl and fill it up with water and some salt. Keep watching and see how I wash them, and I'll be back after this process. Repeat the cleaning and rinse process about 3 times until your greens are clean like this. And now we're going to cut our bacon. Bacon, yes. Bacon makes everything taste better, don't you agree? Again, there go my kitchen shears, my favorite tool in the kitchen. And I just go ahead and cut my bacon into smaller pieces. I have at times, I just use, at times I will use just the long strip of bacon. But I think smaller pieces gives a better presentation, in my opinion. If you're preparing this dish to take out, do the smaller pieces. So now we're just cutting along. We just want to make sure we get all of that bacon cut up. And now we're just going to separate the bacon. You don't have to separate every individual piece. I do leave some chunks there. I just want to kind of break some of it up, make it easier for when I'm putting it in the pot. There you go, guys. We're good to go right here. And now once we have cut the bacon, separated the bacon, we now want to go ahead and put this bacon in a pan and just fry. Oh, look at that bacon. We want to fry that bacon up. I had a few people to ask how I make my collard greens with bacon. I put up a picture of my collard greens in my Facebook group, and I had a lot of people ask me for the recipe, so I decided to make this video. But for the most part, when I make collard greens, I like to use smoked turkey. I'm a smoked turkey girl. That's what I use, and you can check out my video on how I do my collard greens with smoked turkey. But this is for those who wanted to see how I do it with the bacon. This is good right here. We're trying to get that bacon grease, because that bacon grease is what's going to enhance the flavor of these greens. Oh, and I forgot, the name of the Facebook cooking group is Cinnamon Stove Soul Food Cooking and Recipe Group. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. That's Cinnamon Stove Soul Food Cooking and Recipe Group. Come join our family. And now we want to add our collard greens directly to the bacon. And then we're going to add some chicken stock. Most of the time when I make collard greens or even string beans, I'm making a baked chicken with that. So I like to add my homemade chicken stock onto the collard greens, but I don't have any. And you can also check out my video on how to make homemade stock. And there we're going to add some onion powder. We're going to add some crushed red pepper. I'm going to add my secret weapon, balsamic vinegar. My Lord, balsamic vinegar, not the white vinegar, not apple cider vinegar, but some balsamic vinegar. Go ahead and add that in. And then we're going to add in some sazon tropical seasoning. If you don't like sazon seasoning, you can add some all-purpose seasoning, or you can even add sea salt. You don't need much, especially if you're using a stock, because stock has salt in it, and so you don't want to over salt your greens. I always like to stress that, don't over salt your greens. And now we're going to be adding in, again, we're going to add some brown sugar. Yes, add some brown sugar, because you're not going to have sweet greens. But brown sugar or sugar will balance the flavor of your greens, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for some delicious, balanced, flavored, southern style collard greens, okay? So let's go ahead and mix all those seasonings together like this. And also, guys, add your black pepper. I added that in later. Add in your black pepper. So is this y'all first time making collard greens with bacon? If so, let me know what y'all think about this recipe in the comment section. So we're pretty much finished here. Now we're gonna put the top on that and wait for all the magic to happen. Let's go ahead and check it midway. And at this point, your collard greens should look like this. You don't have that many collard greens because all of those collard greens just shrink down to little to nothing. But here you go midway. Now we're gonna put the lid back on these greens, and we're gonna let these greens cook down for a little longer. As you can see here, we got some what they call pot liquor right there. If you want more, you can always add more stock. But these greens gonna be good. They gonna be good. So let's go ahead and add the lid back on, and let's pull it off now. We should be completely finished with these greens, and it's time to serve these babies. Look at them, guys. Southern style collard greens with bacon. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So now I'm gonna fix me a nice big bowl of collard greens. As you can see here, we have that bacon. A lot of times I don't even eat the bacon. I just like the flavor that the bacon gives. I will take that bacon out, or I may eat a few pieces of it. For the most part, the star of the show here is these collard greens. So right now I'm getting ready to go ahead and dig into these collard greens. I don't need to add no vinegar. I really don't even need to add any hot sauce, but I'm going to add a little bit of hot sauce. I don't need no baked chicken. I don't need no meatloaf. I don't need no barbecue ribs. I really don't need no meat at all. I'm getting ready to go sit on my chair, turn to the ID channel, get me a nice fork, and I'm getting ready to eat my greens. Look at these greens, guys. Look at these greens. If you enjoying my videos, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more great cooking videos. I'm gonna see y'all next time. I'm going to watch the ID channel. Bye-bye.